Okay, guys, welcome to another session of Boycie's World. Today, this session is about the teenagers, the young adolescent, the younger generation, right? Um, for I'm almost reaching to the point of, you know, the age of 30, and it's like we all know generation change out is 30. 30 years is a generation. So basically, things for me change drastically, right? And things for people around my age will start to change drastically. We will now basically be the leaders of this world. Yeah, we'll be starting to lead in different businesses, different aspects, being trained to become leaders, because it's basically a generational change out. We will be the one, revolutionizing and evolving the world, But this is not about, my age group. This is for the younger ones, and being able to be alive to that period of time and cracking this generational mark. It has some things that we would learn along the way, that you could speak on and recommend and advise, younger people, teenagers. This one is really for teenagers and young adolescents. This is what this session is about. Alright? So we'll go right into it. Alright. Yeah, basically we would go right into it. Right? For the teenagers, right? Looking back, I've noticed, within myself and within others who are around me, about things that happen to us and we don't think about it. And it can have an impact on our lives, as we grow older, and certain things that happen to us, or certain scars that we have, would remain with us, throughout time, right? Certain decisions that we make, can affect us in the long run. Certain times that we waste, and we spend it all on enjoying ourselves, having fun, because we're young and we're free. Well, it's good to be young and free, huh? But it has to be a calculated risk of being young and free, right? Because as I said, it can be very impactful. It can leave you with a lot of regrets getting older, because you can end up in a situation where you don't have anything. Well, you could always change, eh? You could always start over, you could always do more. But the time it takes to do it, you would always prefer to do it when you were younger, when you were more sharper, when you had enough time to do it, right? As a teenager growing up, I had encountered a lot of problems, but as a young person, I believe I was always a bit different because, certainly I used to think, and certain things I said I would do, I would follow through with it, compared to plenty of my colleagues, compared to plenty of the people around me, and in my age bracket, my peers, because I always wanted to make change. I always had, goals and dreams of what I wanted to do, and they couldn't shake me from it ever since, and that just put me into the position and where I am today. You know, maybe not the place I want to be, but I'm getting there. You know, I feel fulfilled, I feel joy, you know. But looking back, I actually had a lot of things that I had to fix along the way, you know, and realize that these problems that occur was not of my fault or anybody's fault, but it just happened. You know, and even if it was someone's fault, you know, I've inherited it. So it becomes my problem, basically. You know. So one is your outlook, the way you see yourself, your confidence, you know, and as a teenager, and I'm speaking for the ones that are popular and attractive, but we're talking about, we will speak on the ones that are attractive and popular, and what can happen to you know, growing up, as time passes by. But we're going to talk about the ones that are basically not having that confidence in themselves, you know, or that inspiration, thinking they add up to nothing, thinking they can't change, thinking this is the way how they are, you know, and friends and people, you know, putting pressure on them, making them feel like they are nobody or you can't become something in this world. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. You can't change, you know. And for those that listen to this session, you know, it might sound impossible or it might sound unreal because your mind, it may not be so much developed as yet to understand life, you know, to that point. But still the message have to be sent to you to understand that you can't change your life, right? For those teenagers that, you know, don't have the confidence and shy because of, you know, maybe weight factors, you know, children may be calling you, you know, different names because, you know, certain things may happen in your life, like your hair or your skin, you know, or certain situation, you know, anything that happen, you know, your teeth, you know, body-wise, you know, education-wise, it may be not all that bright, you know, at that point in time, or you don't understand the work at that point in time, or, you maybe don't have much friends, you know, you maybe not that sociable, you know, all these different things. And I feel like the world gonna end for you because your world is so small right now, you haven't really been into the big world. So, to you, this seems like the end of your world, or the end of the world. But I'm here to tell you, it's very minor and minute, and you can change anytime you feel like. Okay, things can change for you. Alright? You can become that, you know, person that is confident in body, you know, person that is confident around people, you know, a person that, you know, maybe not all that educated or bright, but, you know, you keep working at it, and you can become a person who have achieved actually more than a person who are talented or bright or seem very educated, because that don't define you and that don't define life. Okay? Going to school, I was not an A student. I was not, you know, as they would per se, bright, most educated person. But I've always found a way. And that was my analogy along the way. It was always to find a way, regardless of what it is. My attitude was get through is a must, as we say. To get through is a must, regardless of, you know, what hardship we go through. You know, and I don't mean doing anything for it to degrade yourself, but basically, you know, going through the hardship to attain whatever we have to get in a, you know, proper manner. Alright? A worthwhile manner. Alright? So, if you're flunking in school right now, you know, or you're not that, you know, you're not that up there with the rest of students that seems like they're A students, believe me, you just keep working, right? And things would come your way. Another situation to bring across is you don't want to waste that time, right? You don't want to just say that I am no good, I'm gonna give up, whatever happens, happens. Because when you reach the age that I am, you would have a lot of regrets on what you have been, on what you have done at the age you are right now. Right? Because you want to go to school, you want to get that education, you want to build that foundation, you want to get that wisdom, you want to know, you want to have knowledge. Right? Because when you come out into the big world, right? This world is not a place for losers. It's not a place for people that don't know. Right? It's not a place for uneducated people. And when I mean uneducated, I don't mean school knowledge alone. I don't mean academics alone. I mean street sense. I mean being out here. This is not a place for that. Right? You'll totally be destroyed. You'll totally be helpless. If you think you're helpless now, you'll be helpless then. You don't want to be in a place where people can take advantage of you and they know you can't do nothing about it because you can't even help yourself. Right? You can't even help yourselves. Right? You don't want to be in a situation like that coming out into the big world. So take your time, right? Take the time to study. Take the time to learn all that you can. Take the time to listen to your parents, right? Take the time to listen to your teachers. You know, basically, there are some things might make sense to you, understandable. But when you get to an age old enough where you can actually make most of the decisions for yourself, right? Then you can, you know, choose which path you want to go. But for the meanwhile, more than likely, the decisions that your elders or the people that are taking care of you will make might be the best decisions, but they want the best for you. And you don't know better right now, so, you know, deal with it unless, you know, you're a person who growing up have an idea what you want to do or what you want to become from ever since, and you have a strong feeling, then, you know, you could go your path. But plenty of us, or plenty of teenagers that growing up, they really don't know. They need the guidance. Okay? Right? But you don't want to be in a situation when you're finished with school and you come out here and you meet people, you know, you get serious girlfriends and you get serious boyfriends and you're in serious relationships, you know. Although these relationships most likely won't be serious, but you will take it serious, you know, where somebody can really hurt you, you know, break your heart, you know, where you're meeting people who will literally take advantage of you, who will literally guide you the wrong way, carry you down the wrong path, introduce you to the wrong things. Right? You want to have wisdom, you want to have knowledge. You could still get caught up, you still would get caught up in certain situations. I'm not saying no. But with the wisdom and the knowledge you have, you're able to maneuver and you're able to come out of it. You're able to say, I'm in this place right now, but I won't be there forever. And you will have the strength to come out of it. Right? We're going to talk about influences. Right? You're going to meet people who are very influential when you come out into the big world. You know, as we call it, big apple, big bite. You're going to meet people that is very influential. People that will carry you different paths. People that will introduce you to party and socializing and different people. People that will introduce you to smoking and drinking and doing all different types of drugs, having all kind of different, you know, different activities, different fun activities that you will enjoy. You'll be introduced to a lot of things that we may call sinful. Or the Bible may call it sinful, right? And then there will be certain situations where you will think, what is right and what is really wrong? Okay? You've been in situations where sometimes your parents, they don't understand. Or they may understand, but you will think they don't understand. Right? And sometimes you feel like you have to make decisions for yourself. Right? Have knowledge. Gain knowledge. Learn from other people's experiences. Okay? Because you don't want to be in a position where you realize that all that time you had spent doing all these different things, enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, right? Forgetting about your academics, forgetting about learning new stuff, learning new things, right? Not listening to no one, not finding an inspiration, a leader, someone to follow, right? You find yourself in positions of regrets. Okay? I'm speaking out to you guys because on a daily basis I see a lot of them who are older than me and also who are younger than me. Not by much, but they are falling into the generational category, to the 30-year bracket category. And people who are my age, I see a lot of them lost and they don't know where to go because you have an idea, you say you're gonna do it, but it takes so long to do that it actually seeps into your subconscious mind, and before you know it, you lost yourself. You don't know who you are, and you're trying to catch yourself, but you're so far and so long gone that it's so hard now for you to actually bring yourself together, to keep yourself whole, right? Because you've been doing this for so much years and so long, and as Biggie always say, your brain is a terrible thing to waste. Right now your brain gets rusty, your mind gets rusty. You're not able to not even able to pick up a book and read. Not able to process information correctly, and you're relatively young, but you're so been doing so much of the wrong things that doesn't really add up. I live in a situation where you feel like there's no hope, and now basically people start to give up on you. Your parents give up on you, your family start to give up on you. Well, they don't totally give up on you, but they stop telling you anything because you're responsible for yourself now. Right? Sometimes in a relationship, the people in a relationship start to give up on you because they realize that it ain't make no sense wasting energy no more on you. Right? Then people around you, your friends, your colleagues, they start losing respect for you. You was a respected person all the time, but they start losing respect for you because you're not doing nothing substantial, you're not doing nothing that is contributing to society. So why would I go forward with you? Why would I listen to you? Alright? We spoke about it in our next video. You're not very influential to me anymore. And the ones younger than you coming up, they would lose respect for you also. Because you're no longer influential to them. You have nothing you can teach them anymore. Alright? And people of the older generation will just watch you now and say, another one coming up. Alright? You don't want to be in those situations. Okay? Because it's very sad. Alright? Now at this age that I am, with or without I wanting it to be this way, people that are younger than me, children will come and say, sir, say ma'am. And I'm like, what? Sir? But what you're not realizing is that you're getting older, generation changing, so they're watching up to you as a leader. They're watching up to you for guidance, right? Without you wanting it or not. And what would I have to offer them? Right? If you have wisdom and you have knowledge and you have things going for you, you work hard at getting things done. You could offer these knowledge and these wisdoms like what I'm doing right now to you. right? You could offer these ideas and this ideology to them, right? And in return, you would get respect. You would build a foundation. You would have people want to be around you. Okay? I have younger family cousins and different people that growing up, and they always buy us. They always buy me and my two sisters because they have things we could teach them. Any problems they have, they would always come. They would come by us and they would say that they want to learn this, they want to learn that, they want to become this. And why would they choose to come by us? Because they could see within us that it have a future, a bright future, and that's due to because we trying to create that path and that way for them. Okay? Alright, so basically this is the person that you want to become later on in the future. Alright, the next thing is your parents. Now, as I said before, you would listen to your parents because they would know the best things. This one is not for the teenagers, but this one is for the adolescents. Right? The ones that come out of the teenage years and they're now in the 20s, 21, 22. Right? Many times they would make certain situations and things would happen to you and you would blame your parents, you would blame your guardians, the one that are around you. You would blame them for certain things happening in your life. But we know you're relatively young and yes, you could blame, but you're getting older. And what you're going to do, keep blaming? You have to learn to understand something that the people around you, they will want to carry you in the wrong direction. They want to carry you in the right direction, but sometimes they mean good, but they don't know what is good for you. Okay? All they know is what they know, and they know what is good. But they don't really know what is good for you. And you can't vex with them, and you can't, disown them or blame them. You just have to, find a way to find a silver lining. Right? Because I could remember when I was going to school, that's certain things I wanted to do. I wanted to become an engineer. I wasn't doing too well in school, so my father take me out of those classes, and send me into a class, into a different, a different group, right? That was humanities, to a different field of study, to show, saying that would be easier for me to study because he just wanted me to finish school with, qualifications. And I wasn't adding up to the point of the sciences because I wasn't doing well in school. And when I had finished school, I remember once I actually said, it's because of him I come out of the classes. But then, when I sit down and think about it, I wasn't doing well in school. So at that point in time, he wanted to protect me. He just wanted me to come out with something, so I could move forward in life. And then from there, when I realized that I haven't said to him a word after that, I just simply switched path. Okay? I went back to school and I did science subjects, I did sciences, and moved into the direction that I wanted to go. Because you get to realize you can't blame. He wanted what's best for me at the point in time, but I know what's best for me. So I would move in that direction. Okay, even if nobody believe in you, even at that point in time they don't believe in you, you still head towards that direction. And that one is for the adolescents. This one is not for the teenagers. Teenagers, you basically still might have to listen to your parents because you really don't know where to go. But the adolescents, you have choices now. You're much older. Alright, but always remember your parents and your guardians, they want what's best for you. But sometimes they don't know what is the best for you. Okay? Alright, so this is, situations that arises, from the age of 13, 14, 15, going up 20, 21, 23, 24, you know. And in the adolescent stage, there are certain situations that occur, where we actually feel lost. I don't know if it happens to all of us, but I believe it happened to me already, so I believe it happens to the most of us. And I see it happen to people around me. You reach that part where you don't really know where to go. You have an idea where you want to go, but so much things happen around you, and so much by the people around you moving in that direction, or like headless sheep, you doesn't even know. And it's only very few you would see who would shoot off on a path, knowing exactly where they want, what they want, and they would go for it. But we're not talking about those, we're talking about the majority that have no idea where they're going, and they pick up a lot of bad habits, to kind of cover these problems that we have. So you start smoking, you start drinking, you start liming, you start looking for love, in different places and all different people. You're trying to look for a place where you could cover this hurt. Okay? I know about it. I've been there. But the one thing I would always say, if that's one of the places that you would find comfort, go there. Go there, but always in the back of your mind, and always keep to yourself, you're keeping a piece of your mind, knowing that this place I am in is temporary, right? If you're going to school around that time, or you're playing sports, or you have a certain set goal, or you start a business, or whatever you're doing at that point in time, keep on that path. Even though you feel like you're lost, don't just give up and give it up and forget everything. Keep going on that path, because it will get better. Okay? It will. Once you continue to go on that path, regardless, and you believe in yourself, it will get better, and you will start to understand things in a different light, in a different way. And you would see it for yourself, because you would realize that you are different from the rest. You would realize your actions and the things you are doing different from yours, and you realize the same people around you, they would be drawn to you, and they would start to ask you certain things and want to be around you more, because they realize it seems like you know where you're going. Sometimes you don't know where you're going, but you know you're going a correct path, because everybody wants to follow you, because they don't know what they're doing either. Okay? So these are certain signs that you would see that you may possibly go in the correct path. Alright? When we're going to talk about socializing now, right? Have fun. Have a lot of fun. Right? You're young. As they say, you're young, you're wild and free. Have a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself. Do all the things that you want to do. All the people that want to spend time with you and have a good time with you, spend time with them. All those that love you, love them back. Okay? Right? Do the best that you can. Learn the most that you can. Enjoy yourself with everyone who wants to be around you. Be sociable. Right? Meet a lot of people. If you have the opportunity to travel. If you have the opportunity to work and go different places, do it. Right? Enjoy your life to the fullest. Right? Live young, wild, and free. Right? But take calculated risk while you're doing it. Okay? Whatever task you're working on, whatever you're doing, whatever studies you have, whatever job, whatever schooling, whatever sport, whatever you're doing, live young, wild, and free, yes, but take that task that you're doing seriously. Don't give up on it. Continue doing it. And when you get the chance, live young, wild, and free. Okay? You have a lot of energy around this time, so basically you can do the two. Some are more demanding than others, But at the age I am now, you would look back with no regrets. You would look back with all the joy and understanding. Okay? We're gonna talk about relationships, friendship, intimate relationship, love and whatnot. Right? Friends, you would have a lot of friends, right? And you would lose a lot of friends also. And this is nothing for you to really carry emotions around this time and for the adolescents. Right? You would have a lot of friends in your teenage years, and when you get older, you'd realize some of them would go about, different parts of life, and they just need to move on with their life, and they would meet different people. And that's nothing to be feared or nothing to be worried about. Let them go. Okay? And basically, your mindset is this: when I see you, I see you. And the ones that close to you, they would stick around if they're in your area, or if they want to be around, they will be there. But you have to remember something: everybody have their own life, and everybody have their own place to go and their own path to follow. You would meet them back up again, right? So let them go. Relationship, you would fall in love, and many times, in your teenagers and adolescent years, you would have probably, in a rare fact, somebody might, last have one relationship, but for the majority, they would have different relationship, thinking that this is love and it would last forever. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna last forever, but always remember, put this in the back of your mind. Okay? Everybody don't think the same way you do, and everybody have different paths and different life that they imagine. And if somebody really want you to be part of their life, no matter what, they would stick around, regardless of the situation. And you would do the same. Okay? But love, if they love you. If they love you, love them back. Okay? Alright, but if you're heartbroken and you get a heartbreak, or a heartache from a friend, or a heartbreak from a lover, don't think that's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. There are always others that could come. You become a better person. You keep working on yourself. If this person is meant to be, they would come back. As a brand new person, you would come back as a brand new person. But let people be free. Let them enjoy themselves. Let them go down their own path. And you do the same. Okay? Alright. This is just, different things that would occur to you, right, in your teenage and your adolescent years. Right? This was a good session. Probably I'll make a part 2 to this session. Okay? Right. These are just some tips on what can happen and what can occur, and why you don't want to waste time, extra time, and do nothing because you could end up with regrets. Right? But you also want to enjoy yourself at the same time, right? Because at those ages what really define your life, define who you become in the future. Alright? It really shape who you're gonna become. Okay? So maybe we would have a part to the session, because it's a wonderful session. Alright guys, this is for the teenagers and the young adolescent, the younger generation. From Boycie's world to your world. God bless.